Et avec la batterie, le drummer 80-20. You like that? I don't even know how to say 80 or 20 in French. Oi. So, I got some interesting feedback last week, which is that if I'm doing a solo lesson for you guys, you prefer the short ones. So I was like, oh, really? Careful what you wish for. This has been the 80-20. No, just kidding. So I want to show you guys one hip little brush lick today. And it's kind of that thing that all the modern cats do during ballads. And ballads are probably the single most intimidating thing in all of real life music. Anyway, this is the lick I'm going to show you guys. 3, 4. Okay, so there's some variations of this, but let's go over the two basic parts. The first thing I want to talk about is the ballad pattern that I'm playing in between the embellishments. And that is the left hand is just circling 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not really accenting things. And the right hand is doing this half moon thing from Ed Soph and from some other things. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And the reason I like to do that is because it gives continuity, so you can do things like right, so you always have that left hand stirring the pot. Stirring the pot, dude, stirring the pot. But you also have the right hand to provide an emphasis of the downbeats. And I think that's handy when you're trying to just play with the band, because if you're just 100% floaty, I've talked about this before, like you don't want to rely on your hi-hats to give the bassist a place to go. You know, You want your pulse to be pretty explicit. So the other thing I'm doing is this thing from Greg Hutchinson where, if you can watch, can we see my foot on the can there? Yeah, you can, just barely. So I've got the fuzzy beater, but I'm ghosting, and not ghosting by disappearing without telling anyone. Not the Irish goodbye, but I'm ghosting by holding the beater maybe a ½ inch away from the drum and playing an open stroke. God, Greg is such a stickler about that. So that's what I'm doing. So 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other thing is you get that kind of sound from the right hand, which I really love. So you're not wholly dependent on the feet to supply that pulse for you. You feel like really the right foot and the hands are giving you the pulse. Okay, so how do you do the embellishment? It's literally a variation of this left, right, right, left thing that is the trip-diddle-it, excuse me, that I really get a lot of mileage out of. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, E and F4. Did I even do that right? 1, 2, 3, E and F4. 1, 2, 3, E and F4. Except with the brushes, you start with a sweep right, right, left, right, right. So Okay, so the other thing is I'm doing a double time. So instead of 3 and a 4, it's 1, 2, 3 and a 4. So it's 30 seconds. Let me do that for you again. Okay, so then the last thing is I'm actually I'm applying that same sticking to do more of a grace note thing. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so then the last thing you want to do is take out the last beat of the whole thing and end that on the hats. So 1, 2. And then you can open the hats to get that great sort of Justin Brown, Greg Hutchinson embellishment effect. So and finally you can phrase in different ways. So you can think of kind of a double time. So 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Three, 4. And that is it. That is the end of the lesson, folks. Okay, so news and updates. Wow. Number 1 is I will be in LA the week of NAMM, and I will be doing a clinic. So either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of NAMM week. Don't worry about it. I'll shoot you guys an email. I'll give you a chance to sign up. Spoiler alert, it's going to be about gospel chops. Okay, so other things, those of you folks who want to go deeper with stuff and you feel like you trust me enough to study with me, you want to check out something called the 80/20 coaching course, which is like 6 months of lessons with me for pennies on the dollar. And all of this brush stuff that I just talked about, all of the foundations building up to it, including multiple variations of the things that I'm talking about, plus ways to practice with the metronome to make your time more solid with it. All in the course. If you want a gateway drug to that course, I recommend my introductory product, the 80/20 Roadmap, which essentially will raise your awareness about the issues you need to fix in your playing and give you just a taste of what you can do to fix them just in time for me to swoop in and sell you the coaching course. So be sure and check that out. Guys, I will be back next week with another collaboration with one of my new favorite drummers. It's going to be Ballad. Always enjoy these. One love. Peace.